More trouble continues to assault us as a country over the kidnapped passengers of Abuja-Kaduna train that was attacked on the 28th of March. A troubling video emerged on the social media showing the terrorists maltreating the remaining victims in captivity. They vowed to kill or sell them off as slaves and also threatened to abduct President Muhammadu Buhari and the governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai, if ransom is not paid for their release. Meanwhile, families of the victims have staged a protest in Abuja where they appealed to the president to do all that is required to rescue them. One of the before they are killed, let's hear from some of them.
For that love that we had for you before we voted you in, for you to look at us with mercy. We are like your children. I beg you, Baba Buhari, to help release our loved ones. These victims are asking for a huge amount of money.
We are here to tell the government that the lives of all our relatives in the bush there with the kidnappers the thing is that as we speak, they have been flogged, they have been macheted, they have been given all sorts of punishment as we speak. And they have threatened to eliminate them, to kill them. At a point, some of those that can gather money have gathered money and got their loved one released. Even it is now becoming difficult to even get money to release them.
As in, we can't stage a kind of operation. Oh, we can't say military should go and bombard that place because of the collateral damage. Now, I've never seen a situation whereby there's a kind of plan B to stage a military operation or anything that, yes, there might be collateral damages, but these terrorists are taking, the country for granted. After abducting these people, collecting ransom from some people, and you now have to, bring out a video to work on our psyche, and you're beating them like kids.
And the kind of money you're asking for is not easy to raise.
It's not reasonable.
I know that they've been contacting some families, and some friends have been gathering money for some individuals. Even right here in Lagos, one of those abductees, people are raising money just to get to that threshold of 100 million. Is it easy to raise 100 million in today's Nigeria?
Where?
A country terribly pauperized.
Where?
People are pauperized in our country. You are now saying that if you don't get 100 million on each person, that you are not going to release them. This is, and the government has said it will no longer pay ransom. In the past, they were paying this ransom and they will come out and lie to us that they never paid. Now, those guys can't explain why government has stopped paying. This is what is happening. When you commit yourself to lying to the people, after a point, the blowback for those lies becomes very bad. Those guys can't understand why you paid in the past and you don't want to pay now. And you used to pay tons of cash in the past, foreign currency.
That's what encouraged them. That's why the business is booming. That's why, it's a lucrative sector.
At a point where you were supposed to crush these guys, you are paying ransom, hefty ransom, in foreign currency, euros. Now, their mouth, as Yoruba will say, their mouths have been widened.
There's no business you can do in Nigeria that you can get return from your investment.
With minimum investment.
We are looking at people with mouth like the hippopotamus. Because his mouth can turn in 360 degrees. The most dangerous animal in the continent of Africa. It kills more human beings than any other animal.
The strongest jaws.
So now, what do you do? Watching, it's not the first time they were flogging those students. Those students of the forestry school in Kaduna, they flogged them too. But the flogging of this one was a lot worse than that time.
Just
to show that the people in whose care, in inverted commas, these guys are greater beasts than those ones that kidnapped those forestry students. Boko Haram terrorists are now operating fully in the north central some parts of Northwest as well. We are seeing this is the evidence because they are the ones who are this brutal. So what do you then do? Look at that woman talking to the president and say, we love you, we voted for you. And she was shedding tears, spontaneous tears, because they are watching their people being maltreated. This is
after how many
rainy
days?
season are setting in the north.
In this is
they put them in the open. Since March 28th, my birthday, they've been there. In the open, there's nowhere that they sleep. They sleep in the open. When the rains come, the rains fall on top of them. Men and women.
At night, mosquito.
Old people, kids. Look at this old woman.
Some of them will be on medication.
Look at this old woman. Old woman. A woman already in her 80s.
What do you want to do?
So we said, look, it's always difficult to secure the release of these people through military means once they've taken them. And we said, make sure that it doesn't happen. Maybe that is why now they've decided that, okay, the FGC, Kwali, because these bandits attacked 2 communities in the Kwali area. Now we've quickly locked up the FGC.
Yeah.
Which was what we didn't do in Kebbi State. Bringing, is this Sabo Yauri? We didn't do it, or bringing Yauri. We didn't do it. And we were warned. We wanted them to finish their exam. And then they kidnapped them. When they tell you they are going to sell people as slaves, don't dismiss it. Shekau threatened at that time that I will marry these Chibok girls to my fighters. I will sell some of them. That's what has happened. Those girls were eventually married off to his commanders. And they were put in the family way. 16-year-old girls.
They are all mothers now.
Yes, they are mothers. You see some of them, they are looking like 70-year-olds.
DKB, now it shows the government is so helpless, and it shows the level of, at which we've descended when it comes to the ability to secure lives and properties, our people. Because I don't know what kind of signal this is sending to Nigerians. Even abroad, they look at us that we are jokers.
Yeah.
What is wrong here?
Somebody called me from one of these countries and said, when I was telling him that because of collateral damage, he said, but have they been isolated? He said, is there any sign that there was a camp they had that had been captured, that they moved on to another camp? And we point to the map where exactly they are. He said, this is not rocket science. Fine, you don't want collateral damage, but you must be able to tell Nigerians, isolate where they are on the map and say they are between Kauri and Breaking Cabo. This is where they are. 30-kilometer radius, 20-kilometer radius. It doesn't mean you attack them, but everybody will know you are on top of the game. I'm just use it as an excuse. And the guy couldn't understand it.
If you announce where they are.
No, not announce. Just know where they are. He said because some of these people have doctors that treat them. As you know, somebody gave birth. People give them food. They survive there with all this stuff. When we had problems at the border between Oyo and Ogun, and the police had to move in, what they did was to make sure they make sure that these people that supply them through motorcycles were cut off. And once that is done, that was the end of the kidnapping nonsense along that route. Because once you cut their supply off, you cut off their bloodline. Because no matter how tough they are, without food, without medicine, without supplies, they can't do anything. It's that bad. And the people are saying, what exactly is good? Because they do not believe that this is not staged. Because they tell you normally, all over the world, they may not go in, but they will tell you exactly to the maybe 20, 30 kilometer radius where exactly this is happening. Doesn't mean you attack them, but everybody will know.
But you see, there is a danger in that. Nigerians don't need to know where
at the highest level, they don't know. You and I talk to people at the highest level.
They know. They just chose not to go there.
And then also not to look them there.
They know.
So what can we do?
I'm convinced that, in fact, there are individuals who know exactly where they are.
So is it that we are so powerless, there are no options? Have you exhausted all the options to rescue these people?
The fear of collateral damage makes them to think twice about a rescue. Since the failed American rescue operation in Iran, people have been very careful in dealing with terrorists when they have people like this. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people will die. And people will now say, why did you decide to use military action? So the best thing to do, don't even let this thing happen. Hearing that, okay, you got security report, this and that, you didn't know where exactly they were going to strike, all of those, that nonsense. It has to stop. I remember that this train, in the past, they used helicopters to even monitor the movement of the trains. But we suddenly said, okay, no, there's no need. Now, we felt, okay, it was not sustainable. What have we gained now?
Okay.
Look at how many lives have been put in danger because of this.
All right.